The White Sox, I say, they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh, God, yeah. That would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt. What is going on, guys? My name is Kyle Davis, and this is MV3. And as you can see, a certain somebody has returned to us. Tyler Wonky, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Good to be seen.
I've returned again. I'm here.
Oh yeah, and down to his rightful throne at the bottom of the screen is T-Bone.
Hello, I am here.
How we doing, guys? How we doing today?
I stubbed the shit out of my toe this morning, and it really hurts still.
Ooh.
Like,
people don't realize that when you get old, like into your started getting towards your 30s, like little things like that last the entire day.
Aren't you in your 30s? What do you mean?
Well, you guys aren't.
I'm 29. You better.
I'm
hold
28.
on.
Don't worry about that.
I was gonna say you guys are creeping towards your 30s. I am 32.
I'm just saying. I caught the whole once you're getting close to your 30s, when you are well past.
Yeah, that's what I was taking into account my co-hosts because I am not selfish all of the time.
I would say 2 years is well past your 30s. Like,
I'm in my 30s.
No. T-Bone said when you're well past. Like, I wouldn't say 2 years is
hold
well
on
past 30.
Hold on here. I ain't that old yet.
Okay, all right, whatever.
Just because I wake up and sleep a little bit wrong and my neck hurts for the rest of the week, that means nothing.
That's happened to me since I was 23.
I felt like that this morning. I was like, oh my God, my neck is so fucked right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel that so bad.
You ever sneeze and you feel like you threw out your back for like 3 weeks and you just gotta take it easy? I've done that more than I'd care to admit.
Yep, I've done that. Wow.
Did anybody tell us that getting old sucks? When we were younger? I don't remember anybody telling us that.
No.
I think people told getting old sucks.
Yeah.
But not enough of you should enjoy being a kid while it lasts. I feel like I didn't get that enough.
I believe I was told if I drank milk, I'd be okay.
I heard that as well, and that definitely didn't work.
3 meals a day until I was
playing
like
Billy Madison in my head nonstop. It's like, don't say that. Don't ever say that.
Stay here as long as you can. I want to be I want to go to high school. No,
I want to grow up just like you.
Stay here as long as you can.
Tyler
Wonky, name that movie.
Billy Madison, dude. Come on.
I was gonna say you're gonna ask the movie guru that question.
Well, that's what he's here for, right?
I do want his quick opinion. I know this is a sports podcast, but we haven't had him on in a long time, and he is the movie guru. What was your Barbenheimer? What was your thoughts on? Did you see both? I know you saw Oppenheimer.
So I actually did the Barbenheimer double screening.
Which one did you do first? Because so did I.
So I did Barbie first, and I think that was kind of a mistake because Oppenheimer is such a downer, and having to just go home and think about it constantly in a 20-minute car ride home was kind of a downer. I feel like Barbie, whether you like it or you hate it, is at least a good palate cleanser for what Oppenheimer is.
Okay, well, I did the same way, but I felt the same way coming out of Barbie because I was just like, wow, men, we're awful. We're just so oppressed.
I haven't seen either of these movies.
I as a man, I just, this is all satire just so no one comes for me. But oh my God.
Watch out.
Men need to go away. Thanks.
Canceled right now. Get him off. Get him off.
Get out.
Yep.
No.
Okay, bye.
No.
Well, he's gone.
So
no,
I mean,
what were your thoughts?
Okay, so I like Oppenheimer more than Barbie. I think Oppenheimer's Nolan's best film since maybe Dark Knight Rises. Some would argue Dark Knight. I actually like Dark Knight Rises slightly more than Dark Knight, which I know is blasphemous to say, but that's a conversation for a different day. Oppenheimer is brilliant, not just in how it's shot, but also in its themes of understanding the grief of a person who is so wired into a scientific mind, having to rests the weight of the entire world on his shoulders. There's like one scene when he's like giving a speech in like a gym about a third of the way through the movie that I think is Cillian Murphy's Oscar moment.
Oh, it's yep.
Yeah, and just like all the stuff that he can do with his face with someone who's just like kind of known as a character actor was brilliant. I like Barbie a lot. I think that it almost bit off a little more than it could chew in its themes at times. I think it's just trying to do so much because Greta Gerwig didn't think she could actually get a sequel. So it feels a little unfocused at times, but it's really fun. A lot of the jokes are good, but some definitely don't hit. Gosling, I think, has the most to do, and therefore he's the best part of the movie, which I think is kind of sad in a Barbie movie. But
blasphemy! You hate women. Wow, Tyler. Women
we're
hater.
gonna cancel so many.
Robbie's good
over.
because most of the movie's main story arcs center around Ken. The movie feels more of a focus on Ken, which I think is kind of a detriment to the movie's message overall. So
when I told people, because I went and saw the double with my brother, but he couldn't make it for Barbie, so I went to Barbie by myself. And people were like, "You went and saw?" I'm like, "Listen, I don't care what the movie is. It's Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. They're both fantastic actors in their own right. I don't care what it is."
I was the only dude in my screening of Barbie as well, just for the record.
I wasn't the only one, but
were you the only one not wearing pink as well?
I don't own anything pink, actually.
I had a pink polo on. Don't.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I wear pink on Wednesdays. What's up?
But yeah.
Ooh,
but yeah, no. I mean, I thought that's definitely a fair. I think they're both going to win a lot of awards. I think more like costume design, set design, all that kind of stuff for Barbie is gonna. Barbie Land absolutely killed it. Barbie World, Barbie Land, whatever it is. Whatever it is. I think the sets and the visuals of Barbie were phenomenal.
I think what's actually funny is that Barbie and Oppenheimer are probably going to be competing against each other for a lot of these technical awards.
I was going to say there was a lot of tech that I think they clash against. And obviously, I believe Oppenheimer's going to win more awards overall.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to people, when you wouldn't think set design or costume design for Barbie, you're gonna, or makeup, or I don't know, all the technical ones. But I think Barbie's going to pull some of them for sure.
Yeah, no, I think it's got a good case for production design. I think it's got a decent case for hair and makeup, although those tend to go to biopics, so I think Oppenheimer might beat it out there. But this isn't an Oscars podcast. I mean, we could talk about this all
No,
year.
I just wanted the opinion. We throw a little variety at you, but
I will get that Oscars podcast off the ground at some point.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get that. Maybe you'll get back that. Yeah. Okay, I can't talk. But Tyler did bring something to the table for us to do today. It was last minute, so we kind of threw this together, but I absolutely love the idea, and I hope you guys too. We're going to actually
Women's national soccer team, baby.
Woo! Hey, I picked them up last week, all right? And then I was like, I'm going to be up at 4 a.m., and I was. And then I was pissed off the rest of my Sunday. Okay?
Jesus.
I was so mad.
There was so much, there's so much backlash happening right now because of that, because I've seen a lot of Facebook hate. And again, we aren't a political podcast, but there's so much hate against what was happening around the last time they competed and how they were against everything America and this and that. And I'm like, I don't care about that. We don't care about that. But what they put onto the field, they should have wiped the floor. They should have made it easily to the finals. And they just limped through the group stages. They didn't look as interested in winning everything as they did last time. It's just disappointing in my opinion.
I supported Carly Lloyd in her comments of that this team doesn't look like they're ready to win, and they weren't. I mean, granted, it was literally millimeters to continue the game, but they
were last year's Bucks team.
Yeah, hey, it's soccer. I was really pissed off for the rest of my Sunday at 6:30 in the morning. I've never seen Twitter move that fast at 6:30 in the morning, and Facebook and all that stuff. But yeah, we got this draft that we got going on. So let's
Tyler, you want to explain what we're drafting here today?
All right. So with the announcement that NCAA football is returning to the video game realm next year, I opined to Kyle Davis if we want to possibly draft our top 5 video games, sports video games, I should say, of all time.
Yep.
So, yeah,
So
we're
I-
gonna snake it up. We'll snake it.
snake it.
We'll figure whoever goes first, whoever goes second, last will get 2 picks, and we'll wrap it back.
So I
on.
came up with T-Bone. You and I can hash out who wants to go first and second. I'm giving the honor, since he came up with the idea, to Tyler, who wants
he
the third pick. So do you want to go first or second, T-Bone?
Now, question.
Sure.
What's up?
Are we drafting franchises or are we drafting individual games?
Oh, well, I have my whole list by memory off of individual games.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
For
Individual
example,
games works.
just for an example, if I wanted baseball, you don't get to take MLB The Show. You can't get their 15 game range.
Right.
Mhm.
You can't take all of Madden.
But if you say, hey, I
Who would
really
want
love
to?
Madden 2010 with Palamalu and Larry Fitz.
Palamalu?
Palamalu, hell yeah.
Come on. We know where
Troy
that's from.
Palamalu.
We're a sports
Come on,
podcast. We know
what-
names.
Yeah, come on. Come on, it's a Pat McAfee reference. Don't get out of here.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
the reference.
But
though.
yeah, so individual games. So we could have multiple Maddens picked. We can have multiple games from series. But with only 15 games going to be selected, I doubt there's going to be too many. I have a feeling I know what Kyle's number 1 is, and I just refuse to let him have it. So I'll take number 1.
I'm kind of curious to what you think my number 1 is going to be. Go ahead and take number 1.
It's NCAA football 2014.
That is not what I was going to pick.
Oh, well, that's the number 1.
That would have been my second pick because I didn't think that was going to rip off the board right away.
Was that the last one that was
Yes.
released? That
That would have
people still
been-
update to this day.
Yep.
So
Okay.
RG3 was 13.
Oh, I can tell you, it was Bernard Shoelace Robinson.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a
Woo!
Michigan jackass.
Woo!
That's right.
I actually just sold a copy of it for $107.
Yep.
There's
it's
a lot of
pricey.
video games. Yeah, it's pricey
Yeah.
because you can't get it, and everybody just wants the game so they can rip it for a revamp now.
Yep.
Well, you don't even have to do that. You can just lie about owning a copy. But I didn't say that.
I
It's
said
just
nothing.
basically you have to just say yes, I bought it at one point. That's all it
Okay.
really is. Which
So
I did.
T-Bone is going with
NCAA football 2014.
NCAA.
There's a sneaky pick I have on my board that I if anyone's gonna take it, I could see it being wonky, but I'm hoping it's not gonna get picked. So
I'm gonna have to
sneaky,
redo this list. I'm gonna have to redo this list because no
I got
Pat
it.
sucks.
I
Oh,
got
okay,
it.
cool. I'm gonna close mine out then.
Yep, you're good.
Awesome.
Alright.
So with my first
up?
pick, the second pick overall, I'm going with NBA Jam.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arcade style, kind of. You can always play it. Doesn't matter how old you get. You boot that up and you hear "He's on fire" and you're just gonna get hyped up.
Sure.
It's just one of my favorite games of all time. I know it might not be the flashy pick, but I think it's a really solid first
No,
pick.
that's a great pick. I remember when they came out with it for Xbox 360. I believe I was in I think I was either a sophomore or junior in high school, and me and my friend Jordan, we played it for 17 straight hours.
Holy
And
shit!
we could not get past the Denver Nuggets Rocky mascot. That guy was broken beyond belief. It was
Like
the
Tyson and
stup-
Punch Out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if he ever shows up here, he can vouch for this. We probably played the game 100 times and never won once. The guy was unbeatable. But
Fair
yeah,
enough.
not the point. Wonky, 2 picks.
Oh,
What you
2
got?
picks. I can't believe it.
What you
So
got?
one, I can't believe this fell to me. It's kind of an odd pick because I don't think it's something that people would go to automatically.
I
But
think
if
this-
you asked your
I have a feeling I know
grandma
what this is.
what her favorite sports game of all time would be,
I have a
it
feeling
would
I know
be
what this
the
is.
game that defined a whole system because it was packaged with the Nintendo
not.
Wii when it
He's
came
not.
out.
He's
Yep.
not.
Wii Sports.
Yep.
You know what?
That's exactly the one I was talking about. That's exactly
Popularity wise, I get it.
Yes. Wii Sports transcended what a sports game could be because it was a game that literally everyone from the ages of 6 to 76 could pick up and have fun, and you could still be ultra competitive with it. Wii Sports is my first
Hey,
pick.
Hey,
Mhm.
that's
a
the
really
thing I
solid
thought
pick.
maybe I could sneak past you, but I
Nope.
said if anyone's it's not getting past Wonky.
Yeah.
No.
That is the
That's a
pick.
solid pick. I like that
Yep.
pick.
All right. Oh,
Next.
I'm pretty sure I could get this one through, so I'm going to wait on it.
Okay.
I'm
Ooh.
pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to get this one through. So, you could go a lot of different ways with football games. You could go Madden before it started sucking, like pre-2011. But I think there is a better arcade series of football games that really went up to another level.
Which one's he doing?
On the PlayStation 2. The Blitz series came out with an M-rated football game for the PlayStation
Blitz
2
the
called
League?
Blitz the League.
See, I had Blitz the League 2 because I believe 2 is better than the original.
I would agree with that.
That's fine. I also just sold Blitz the League too.
Yeah, so the Blitz arcade game
That's not where I thought
really
you were
fun.
going.
It was really overly stylized and really violent, and this one stepped the violence up to a whole nother level where you could intentionally break people's bones. You could choose to get a steroid injection to come back in. It was just a great time.
Fun fact, I remember I talked my grandma into buying me that game when I was like 12, 11, whenever it came out. I vividly remember going to Walmart off Highway 100, not Highway 100, excuse me. Yeah, no, that one, Highway 100, and having her buy me it.
Okay.
I like it.
And then my mom found it, and she was not happy.
If there's one downside, wish they could have got the NFL to license out their teams, but I understand why they didn't.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that would put
That's a great pick.
T-Bone up, correct?
No, you.
That would put me in first place so far for the record.
Okay.
I mean, you have 2 games against both of our ones, so.
Yeah, well, you're up because you're in the middle.
All right, so I forgot I was in the middle. I thought I had first pick. No, that's fine. So I'm going to go off the beaten path. Mine's not a traditional sport, but it is still a sport. I'm going with one of the games that has arguably the best soundtrack of all time. I'm going with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
I thought you were going with mine.
You're getting my ideas.
Personally, I like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, but whatever.
I actually chose a Tony Hawk game, but I actually didn't choose it as my main one. I went with American Wasteland. I thought American Wasteland had the most going on in a Tony Hawk game.
See, I as soon as they came out with that package like a couple years ago where they revamped it and it's 1 and 2, and I was just like in heaven. I was just like, 8-year-old me just destroying my controller, trying to do as much as humanly possible, and half the time not even knowing what the hell I'm doing. But it looked cool, and like I said, the songs still hold up to this day. It's still one of my favorite soundtracks. So I'm
First
going.
Game maps are better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean they tried to do it in a more authentic way with Skate and everything like that, but there's something redeeming about just absolutely
going down the big ramp.
At
the start of the game over the double.
Yep.
Breakout
memories. All right.
Memories all alone
in the moonlight.
Okay,
we're big Cats fans on this podcast.
So I have a couple ways I could go here. I could obviously just take the best Madden available, but I don't want to go too much football because there's two NFL games that I think are top tier. But I'm gonna take Madden 2004, Michael Vick.
And you had the most broken character of all time.
Yes, I remember my brother would get mad because I would never throw the ball with Michael Vick. I would just roll out and just run.
And that's basically what Madden has turned into nowadays online.
Not the best Madden, though, in my opinion.
I would agree. Not the best Madden.
I'm curious on what you guys would consider the best Madden because I only have one other Madden on my list, and then they kind of fall off.
I don't have a Madden on my list. So
I believe Madden 05 was the first hit stick with Ray Lewis, if my memory serves me correct.
I can tell you the first Madden I played, which is 2002.
Oh, mine was.
Because I was on NCAA, so I had I was on N64, so I had quarterbacks club for the longest time.
So 2002, was that Culpepper?
That was Culpepper, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I do. That is a classic art.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I'm going to pivot away from the football.
The foosball.
Yep. Oh, no, I don't really want to, though. I love football. We're a football kind of podcast over here.
We are.
But I can't. I got to take college basketball game. College Hoops 2K7, JJ Redick on the cover. That's mine. It's not,
God damn it.
I'm going to just be personal and take that one because I'm a Duke fan.
Well, that's valid. That's also the college basketball game I played the most.
Yeah, because he's the best player of all time in college basketball. Yeah.
I don't want to just have basketball littered all over my my list because I could. I don't think
I
2K. I don't think 2K is going to make a single appearance on anybody's list.
No,
2K hasn't
not
been
on
good.
mine.
2K hasn't been good since like
I only have
what, 2K15.
no 2K11 was the best. That's the one with Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's
That-
been on a handful.
No,
I keep
it was like
hoping
the
that they're
first
going to
one.
come out.
It was like the first one that he was on for 2K, and you got to do the moments. He had like back-to-back years or whatever.
The
How did they
only
even do that? Because isn't he like very exclusive about like his rights being lent out to games?
And I think 2011 was one of the first times, like since like he was in the game in 2003 with the Wizards. It was the first time he was in the game.
Oh,
So that's the only one that I wrote for 2K. If we were doing
Okay.
series, I think you got to put it up there, but we're not. So all right, Kyle,
So-
what's your third pick?
I have not put a football game on my list yet, so I'm going to start my football list, and I'm going to put NFL Street 2
Okay, that's fair.
with 2. The first one was incredible. It was almost perfect, but they made it perfect in 2.
Yep. 2's
Everything was phenomenal, and then 3
Sure.
was just one too many. 3, it just bombed, and then they just never recovered from it, which is a shame because it was an incredible game, top to bottom.
Wall
perfect.
run.
3 has the coolest cover though. With
I will agree with
Ocho
that.
Cinco.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ocho.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Wonky, what do you got? 3
All
and
right.
4.
So I'm very happy, and I knew that you guys would mostly go the simulation sport route. So your Maddens, your 2Ks, your stuff like that,
Christ,
and you
what?
left all the really great arcade sports games
No,
to me. So
Oh, boy.
I am taking
he
the
took
best.
NBA Jam. He took NBA Jam. What are you talking about?
the best.
I took the best arcade
Yeah,
style
I know.
game.
No. There's one
No,
that's
actually,
better.
wrong. There's one football one that's better.
There is one
Oh, yeah,
basketball
neither.
arcade game that is better that I spent
Oh,
so
shit.
much time playing as a youth.
I know where you're going.
And I
Oh.
actually met the man on the cover. It is NBA Ballers. Have you guys ever played this one?
Oh,
Don't even no.
Yes.
I can't. You were not about to
Disrespectful.
tell me. You're not about to tell me NBA ball or no. I
Yes.
can't with you.
NBA
No,
Ballers.
no.
I met Stefan Marbury at Stephen Barry's. I had an autographed jersey and
Dude,
shoes.
talk about a
Larry Bird was
store.
unstoppable in this
Talk
game.
about a
It was a great
store,
street
Stephen Barry's.
basketball format with a lot of
God.
fun
miss
add-ons.
Stephen Barry's.
It never quite hit after
Ballers
this
over
first
the other
game.
one?
Baller soundtrack too. I actually have the
Get the fuck
version
outta
that's a
here.
little rarer
What the fuck
with
are
the
you
soundtrack
doing?
in it. So
he picked that over the other one.
yes,
I
I did.
can't believe he took that one over the other one. That is absolutely blasphemous. That was the worst.
You wanted me to take Street?
I thought you were.
I thought you were going to pick Street 2, but
Nope. Street's available for you guys if you want it.
No, I don't. No, I don't need it.
I'm not taking it yet. Now that I know that you have completely taken it off of your board.
Oh, all right. Thanks for going from number 1 on the draft to number 3.
Nope.
Yeah, that
Nope.
didn't take long.
Nope.
You got
All
another
right.
pick there, buddy.
Let's pick.
My fourth
Whoa.
pick. So
Yeah.
fighting games, you could go into a wide variety of directions, and I think it's the most broad you can get when it comes to sports games. Because basically, anytime you have two people punching each other, you can kind of classify it as a sports game. This one you might not classify or think of immediately as a sports
this
game,
is
but I
what you
would
meant.
argue that it
This
is
guy's
one.
going meta.
Yeah, he is.
It is one of the rarest games that you can buy for the PlayStation 2, selling at almost over $200 today that I have a copy of. It's Def Jam Fight for New York City. Have you guys ever
Right.
played this game?
Of course.
I've-
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still have
so
a
you're a
copy
bunch of,
lying around somewhere.
Famous, I guess famous at the time, rappers doing a bunch of fun underground brawling. I used to play this game at sleepovers with Iyad and his brother Ennis back in the day. Shout out, guys, if you're watching. And Snoop Dogg was the ultimate villain. So
It's
Oh.
fair. It's fair. I don't. It's not the best fighting game, but hey, that's fair.
probably not, but it's my personal favorite. I go back to it every once in a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
So what am I on? 4? This is my fourth
Yep.
pick.
Yep. Your fourth pick.
I'm gonna go super classic, as in super classic, the first I guess sports game that I've ever played in my life.
Okay.
I believe it was for the Nintendo, and it was Punch Out.
Yeah, there it is.
Arguably, it would be a shame that this game would not make the list. It was so entertaining. Not the most in-depth game. You're just standing there trying to knock someone out, but still classic. I've tried to go as classic as humanly possible because I feel like sports titles have just kind of fallen off. Outside of maybe this year's The Show, like Madden has fallen off for decades.
This year, the
now.
Madden is supposed to be back. We're getting mini camp games.
Yeah,
back
I
like
heard.
old
I'm
style.
really a week. What is it?
I've said this
7, 8,
before,
9 days
but
away. 9 days away from release.
Yeah, next Friday next Wednesday if you have it early. Next Friday if you don't.
Until we
gonna
get the
get it.
post Super Bowl super teams back, Madden isn't back.
That's fair.
We need some like classic teams too, but they're never going to get the licensing for that.
So for my fourth pick, I'm gonna go more the arcade style for baseball.
Ooh, I think I like where
MLB
this is going.
Slugfest 2004.
I love it.
Ooh,
I love it. That's a good one.
It's a good one.
That's a good one.
My favorite. You could punch people. You could throw heat balls. You could slide into the plate and kick people. It was the best.
Alright.
So now I got a basketball. I have a football. I have a baseball. Man, this is tough. I could go the football game that I love.
I have mine.
I think I love the most is still here.
Please don't.
Man, I could go another. I could take the actual arcade football best game ever. But I won't. I could, but I won't. I'm gonna go throwback to the '90s quarterback club.
Ooh, good. That's a good pick. And it also leaves my game on the board, which is also a football game and a simulation football style game. Not Madden. Mine, in my final pick, I'm picking ESPN NFL 2K5.
Yep,
that was with who on the cover?
T.O.
That was
No.
T.O. That was T.O.
T.O., yeah.
It was T.O.
I knew it was an eagle.
Mm-hmm. Everything, top to bottom.
Was you could draft teams, you could draft the offense, and then play. Oh my god!
Everything top to bottom, perfection in a simulation football game. Yep. And then it got taken away because Madden bought the rights. If ESPN or 2K ever decides to make a football game again, I just want them to make that game and just insert all of the players from today. If they do that, it would easily beat Madden. But they're not going to do that.
If Madden would have had that level of competition for all these years, they would have been a far more innovative series post 2007, 8.
They don't have to be creative because they're the number one and everybody's still going to buy it because
that's why it sucks.
Football. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing with 2K, and that's why NBA Live keeps coming and going. NBA Live was good for the couple of years. I wouldn't say it was great, but it gave competition.
It sucked after 2006.
Even if it sucks, competition is better for sports games because
it always is.
Teams or it forces teams.
Oh yeah,
especially in the age of microtransactions.
Yeah.
Wonky, what is your last pick?
I don't know. Both my last picks are still on the board and still available. I don't know where I want to go here.
I'll have some honorable mentions after this.
Yeah,
I got a fuck ton of honorable mentions. Oh yeah, can we swear? I'm sorry, I don't know if I got.
No, we're not. We're fucking family friendly. Yeah.
Oh okay. You know what? Screw it. If you thought NBA Ballers was controversial, I'm about to get very controversial up.
You had Def Jam.
Don't even.
Def Jam's awesome.
I mean, awesome, but
when you think of racing games, what is the most iconic racing game or racing franchise you can think of?
You're toting the line.
Ooh, not
are you really thinking about Mario Kart?
I was thinking about Mario Kart. It could be my choice. I have it right here. But I'm actually going to go with...
I'd give it to you.
I'm actually going to go with what I think is a better N64 racing game.
Now I know you're fucking wrong. Now I know this is wrong.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, the god awful. This list is trash. You're in fourth place, and there's only 3 people.
I know I won deep down in my heart. You got planes, boats, actual bosses you could face, a legit one-player experience, unlike Mario Kart, which was more built for multiplayer. Which is
Oh my god,
your list
hurts.
Now I know you're fucking wrong.
I win.
Okay, I have 2 honorable mentions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, 3. Obviously, somebody's going to mention NFL Blitz. The arcade.
Yep.
I have as an honorable mention WWE No Mercy.
Fair.
Or WrestleMania 2000, which I would take your pick. Those 2 games were great. And then my last one is SSX Tricky.
Yep,
snowboarding.
I had I had NFL Blitz. That was one. I had the MVP Baseball 2005 with Manny Ramirez. Also Golden Tee. Classic bar game.
I like that
Classic.
I love that.
And then my personal favorite, well, my second favorite Madden of all time, Madden 25, Madden 2013.
I actually like that. That was a good Madden. Tyler, you got any?
I thought they were any good.
Any
All right,
honorable
so,
mentions from you?
My honorable mentions include Mario Kart 64, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I had Madden 08 as my favorite Madden, the one with Vince Young on the cover. I think that was the last like truly great one when it comes to mixing arcade and simulation. Gotta love those post Super Bowl battles against like the deceivers and the tackling dummies. That was great. I also have SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
ATV
that.
Quad Power Racing 2 and Pool Paradise.
I saw one on my list. Big Buck Hunter.
Oh,
I thought about that one too.
Yeah.
Yep,
Shout out to Backyard Baseball.
Mid 2000s, peak
We're great.
sports gaming. Peak sports gaming.
What is the newest game that we have on this list? Is it NCAA?
It's got to be one of the simulation games you guys picked.
Is it NCAA?
Let's see.
Because that would put us almost a decade behind.
NCAA 14 is my earliest. Def Jam, Ballers, Blitz. Yep.
Jesus.
Yep, NCAA 14.
That's a decade. That's a full decade of games.
Yeah, because we're coming up on Madden 24. Yeah.
Shout out Tecmo Bowl as well.
Yeah, that is we did kind of drop the ball on that one. No one grabbed Tecmo,
But I kept going classics, and I didn't want to just sound like the old head.
Let's be honest, Tecmo's a little before our time too.
I
is a little bit
Tecmo
before
Bowl
me.
on my fucking phone right now. So like,
This is true.
I have it. I play Retro Bowl. It's great. Fun game.
I also put in Punch Out, so I feel like we represented that because that came out, what, 88, 89?
I don't know. I was not alive.
I wasn't either. None of us were. All right. Well, we will be, T-Bone will post this list to our, to something, or he'll give it to me and I'll post it to Facebook.
Maybe we clip it or something and try to, I don't know, there'll be a lot of clipping, but because we talk a lot of bullshit, but.
That's fine. You'll see it on our TikTok. You'll see it on the Facebook. We'll put the list.
I'll tweet it out, all the lists and all that stuff. At the very least, we'll get that stuff on at least out there so you can see what our list is.
And tell us who won. Tell me I won because I know I won.
Tell us between me and T-Bone who won.
I definitely won, and you know it.
You have two games that basically disqualify you.
No.
What did he call racing? And he didn't even pick the better NBA game. He picked
I
Ballers instead of NBA.
Ballers rules,
I can respect Diddy Kong and Def Jam because they're both deep pulls. You chose NBA Ballers over NBA Street, either one.
Yes, I did. Yeah. And arguably it's because I played more of NBA Ballers because that's the game I had. I didn't have NBA Street till I was an adult.
NBA Street had Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
NBA Street had a lot of people that Ballers didn't.
Stephon Marbury, man.
Oh my God. What? Yeah, whatever, dude. All right,
T-Bone, you got a grid for us?
We do have the immaculate grid. Let me get rid of my gaming notes over here. Get rid of those.
And then we will also have to inform Mr. Wonky on how this works because he has actually never done this.
I think I have an idea. I think I've seen enough of these on TikTok where I get the idea.
Like, do you not ever scroll TikTok?
I scroll.
He also
TikTok
doesn't watch our episodes, apparently.
This is very true. Okay.
Sorry.
He hates us.
Yep. All right.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Okay, just so we have on the left side for the people, we got Arizona Cardinals, Washington Commanders, maybe future Redskins.
They're not coming back to the Redskins. They'll be something different.
Yeah. Then we have 50 plus rushing and 200 plus passing, 50 rushing yards, 200 passing yards in one game since 1999.
What?
Then we have on top the Raiders. Shit. Oh God, this bottom right corner is going to be a fucking nightmare.
What the?
We got the Raiders, the Chargers, 3 passing and 1 rushing touchdown in a game since 1999. So,
wow. Okay, so I have
looking at some of these are all dog shit teams for the last like 25 years.
I keep thinking of the stats. Wow. I can't. Okay.
We can try to go a little bit more like rare, but I don't.
It's going to be tough just to complete this.
Nothing obviously jumps off for me.
I have one.
Did Palmer play? Palmer played for the Raiders, right?
Raiders and Cardinals.
Yep.
Raiders and Cardinals.
Carson Palmer. I'm trying to think of.
That's the first one.
There's got to be a running back that played for the Chargers and Cardinals.
This one might be easiest. The 3 touchdowns and 1 rushing. There can't be too many people who have done this for the Cardinals. No. Kyler?
Kyler's probably done it. Washington. Bradford? maybe for him?
RG3?
RG3, yeah, definitely
No.
RG3 for that one.
I don't know, but he'll.
Holy crap! Why is
maybe?
okay? So
Heisman?
let's get the easy one out of the way.
Palmer?
Yeah, let's get
Yeah,
Palmer
that's
out of the
Carson
way.
Palmer.
That's Carson Palmer.
I think didn't Kenyon Drake also do that?
Well, Kenyon Drake's played for a bunch of teams.
No, but I'm saying I'm pretty sure he worked
Yeah,
there too. But yeah,
I agree.
Carson Palmer, we know that.
Okay, what is that? 50? Is that bottom one? Let me make this bigger for a second.
50 rushing yards, 200 passing in a game.
Okay, can we do Cam Newton for the bottom right away?
Do we know
That's
that?
got to be Cam Newton.
No.
And Michael Vick.
Lamar. That one is probably okay.
We got to think of like an obscure name who
game.
runs
It's not
well.
the same game, by the way.
No,
It's
I get that.
Vic, Lamar,
Jalen Hurts?
I mean, you could easily
Maybe.
Jalen Hurts maybe. Lamar would be an obvious answer. I'm thinking
I think Lamar.
you love his name. You could pick Colin Kaepernick. Are we gonna pick the easiest one? Oh, okay, we're picking the easiest one. All right,
guy, we are on only
You're right.
two.
You're right. All right.
Oh my god.
Let's make a bingo. Let's get one of the harder ones out of the way.
We don't even have a harder one.
Oh, they're all hard. Jesus. Okay, so
Okay, you guys. I think
rushing and passing yards for the
I think I have one for Commanders Raiders.
Herbert for 50 plus, 200 plus for the Chargers.
You're not telling me Phillip Rivers did it. You're not
No,
telling me
and then
Drew
who was
Brees did
before
it.
Rivers?
Breeze.
Breeze.
Yeah.
And he didn't do it with that team.
It's got to be
So
Herbert, right?
I think that's your only answer, unless you have a backup somewhere along the way. Because they went from Rivers to Herbert, right?
Taylor?
They went Rivers to Herbert, right?
Yeah.
who's the
Tyrod was
Coryell guy?
Tyrod only
Coryell
played like
guy.
one game.
Who?
Fouts?
The what?
Oh, you're going too far back.
Yeah.
That
Who's
might
the-
be too far back.
Who's the guy who played for Coryell? Is it Fouts?
Coryell? Who the fuck is Coryell?
The
I
Air
don't know.
Coryell system. The Chargers of like the 80s. Hold on.
You're
Whoa!
going too far back.
Are you
99.
talking Doug Flutie?
No, Flutie was a backup. Hold on.
No,
It's gotta be
but
since
he played for the
99.
Chargers. He played for the Chargers in the mid 2000s. I think he was pre Drew Brees.
Try Dan Fouts.
That's post. That is before 1999.
Oh,
Here's the other problem. You only get one guess. If you get one wrong, it's over.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed
think,
that part.
I think it's either going to be Herbert or I think Doug Flutie did this. Doug Flutie was that little motherfucker that would fling the football. Let's wait.
I was going to say, let's come back to that.
I think
God
I have one
damn.
for the Commanders Raiders. Off the beaten path of a known Washington Commander, Roy Halou Jr. He was, I think, their starting running back or like one of their scat backs in like early 2010s. Roy, I know he played. Boom, bitch.
There you go.
Nice.
We can always guarantee that you're going to pull one random one out of your ass.
Dude, fantasy football absolutely has my nuts on this.
All right, Washington, LA.
Washington.
Oh, that's going to be
kicker.
it.
So
he was a kicker. He was a Commander kicker forever.
A Commander kicker.
Justin?
No.
Hopkins?
Dustin.
Hopkins? Yeah.
Dustin.
Yeah.
He played for the Chargers for like a
We
couple
keep trying to do kickers, and kickers never pays off for us.
Is it Dustin or Justin?
Dustin.
Journeyman? Oh, Terrell Pryor? Did he play for both?
Boom.
Well, Dustin Hopkins did.
Terrell Pryor played for the fucking Raiders. Did he do
All right,
this?
let's get.
Terrell Pryor?
Okay.
I could see him having like a random good year or random good game.
Yeah, but Pat, did he throw for two?
He was a former quarterback.
Did he
Boom.
rush for?
Boom. He did. Look at that. Good.
What is he
pull.
doing in a Jags uniform?
The team he last signed?
I guess.
Holy shit.
All right.
God.
It's got to be Justin Herbert's got to be the answer for that last.
It's
for
got to
that
be the
bottom
only
row.
one that I can think of.
Yeah.
I said Flutie, but I might have just might have just said that name because you said Fouts and I was thinking Flutie. Yeah, okay. Well, there's someone else because that's not 100%. Okay.
In one game.
Do we have a
Washington.
certain number of
RG3?
guesses?
RG3?
I don't think RG3 did it. He never threw enough. Did
Yeah,
Kirk
he did.
Cousins get slippery and do this?
Did they have to do
Carson
it as
Wentz
a
didn't
member
do
of
it.
the
Carson
Commanders?
Wentz wouldn't have
Yes.
done it.
Yes.
Okay.
Carson Wentz wouldn't have done it.
No shot.
I think this one is Kyler. Kyler's the only one.
Did your
right?
boy? Did
What about
T-Bone's boy?
Fitzmagic?
Ooh,
What about your boy? What the hell's his name? He was the starter last year.
Dwayne Haskins.
He's dead.
You can't. Yeah, way to go, Colin Cowherd.
Thank you for throwing that in. I was
that
really
was so
hoping. I was
bad.
really hoping
was
that
so
got
bad.
thrown in.
That
That
was
was
so
so
bad.
bad. That hurt.
I don't think RG3
Heineke.
did this.
Heineke. I was thinking
Ooh,
Heineke.
No, he never threw that. No, maybe he was probably better for that 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
I think it's Cousins. I don't think it was RG3, personally. But
Okay,
this
let's
has
come
to be
back to that.
Kyler.
Let's come
This
back
has
to
be
that.
Kyler. Kyler Murray.
That's
He's the
Kyler.
only. Yeah, he's the only good quarterback.
Well, Carson Palmer played for them, but okay. Arizona and LA.
Did
Mm,
Antonio Cromartie play for both?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think it might be
he
Antonio
definitely did.
Cromartie.
He definitely did.
yeah. Also, I don't think that's going to be like the number one name people are going to think.
Oh,
of
no
right off
shot.
bat.
But like,
What about Dwight
I can't think of
Freeney?
another one.
Dwight
off the top of
Freeney?
my head.
No,
Dwight Freeney
did
did.
Dwight? He played for the
Yeah.
Chargers.
I think that was his last year.
Who?
Dwight Freeney.
Dwight Freeney. After he left the Colts, he went to Arizona, and then I thought he went.
I don't think he ever went to Arizona.
No, I know he went to Arizona. I know.
Oh,
that.
he for sure played for Arizona. It's the Chargers
Yeah.
that I'm kind of
Okay.
slipping on right now.
Well, we know we got Cromartie. We can do that.
All right, yeah, let's do Cromartie. You're sure that it's got to be RG3?
Do
He
we
played
really
for
wanna
so
do-
many different teams.
All right, Tyler.
You think it's
Cousins-
Kirk? You think it's Kirk?
I think so because
It's in
Urkel-
one game though.
Yeah, but in 2015, or was it 15, 14, whatever, 15, 16? I don't know. RG3 got hurt pretty often. I feel like,
Yeah, but his
Back
rookie
then-
year. I was thinking he did it in his rookie year.
yeah, but when he got hurt, here's the thing. When Kirk came, I'm thinking this offense is molded around RG3, right? And then Kirk Cousins comes in, and they didn't really change anything. Kirk Cousins is still a rookie. He's not old man Kirk at this point. Hey, Wonky, I'm just going to say, you guys,
Wonky, pick RG3 or Kirk Cousins.
I'll put either one.
I would pick Kirk Cousins just because he has the bigger sample size.
Fuck yeah.
For
Like
Fuck yeah, he did. Fucking A, right, he did.
all right, hang on. Now
Way
I
to
need
go,
to figure this
Wonky.
out. Now I
Good
need to
pull,
figure it out.
baby. Good pull.
I'd be
fucking
curious if RG3 did it. And while you guys are looking it
Maybe
up,
he
I'm going to
did.
go grab another beer.
All right.
Yeah, grab
I'm
me one.
I'm looking it up right now. Hang on.
Let's fucking go. I'm gonna go to.
Hang on.
I'll look. Player. I got that. Oh man, we are gonna have just a nice spot of dead air.
Yeah, we are.
We love it.
And what's hilarious is this is the episode that I was planning on putting on audio.
Well, we should absolutely. We
Did he?
still need to. No,
I haven't
guy,
gotten
you
that
gave
far
us
yet.
like 20 seconds.
Yeah, you didn't give us that
Got to
long.
be quicker.
Come on.
Gotta be quicker
So
than
what is
that.
it? Passing touchdown greater than 3.
So 2012.
Passing or rushing yard touchdown greater than 1 for the Commanders, correct? Team.
It didn't. I don't think it had to be for the Commanders. Well, he didn't do it his rookie year. I have it.
I have it.
He didn't have any rushing touchdowns in
Statistically-
his second year.
The only person who's
Oh,
done
I
it
would've
is
been
Kirk
wrong.
Cousins.
I would
Really?
Been wrong. I would've been
Boom,
wrong.
baby.
He had a game that he was close, but no, he did not do it.
Oh, let's go. 2015. He did it twice, actually.
He came close
Nice.
again in 2016. He played in 2020?
Cousins?
Why wouldn't he?
RG3.
Oh,
yeah,
probably
for the
Ravens.
Ravens.
Ravens, yeah. Yeah.
All right, look at that. Good job, Wonky, for not
That was-
listening to
that-
Davis.
That,
That was
was
tough.
horrible.
Hard.
Like
That was
a
tough.
hard one.
That was tough.
That was.
those are fun. Is that
brutal.
like a website you can do that on, or like?
Sports reference.
Oh yeah.
Based
I
off
think this
sports
one
reference.
Let's see. This one I have is Dynasty Daddy.
So they have NBA ones, MLB ones,
Ooh.
NHL ones, I'm sure.
I would not be good at those.
I feel like I'd be solid at an NBA one, but I'd be on an island by myself doing it basically.
I might be
Well, that's what
okay
I
at
did.
NBA. MLB,
I think
couldn't do.
T-Bone could throw some assists, but
I did
I
the
feel
NFL
like
one yesterday.
I saw that
Solo.
TikTok.
That was,
I want to do the NBA one of these times, but
That
I
was
know I'd be on I think I would have to pull Corey Sparks to get that done.
We should
Corey
do one
can do
after
it.
the show, just see if we could do it.
We
That's
could do
fine.
that.
We can
We can do
That's
that.
fine.
All right.
Yeah,
So
bonus
we do
content.
have another order of business to take care of. Now we're 45 minutes into the episode. I love this.
What's up?
This is going to be a nice long episode. I like it. Do you want to start in the AFC or the NFC, boys?
Go AFC because you guys didn't get a hard on for the NFC.
Hard on. I don't know about that. We're just
Yeah,
going to
what
shit
tur-
down.
yeah, what
We're just
jersey
going
is
to
that?
shit
Is it-
down the Cowboys' throats. That's
No,
all.
Reggie
For the
White
record,
jersey?
T-Bone, I have a $100 bet on the Packers to win the NFC North this year. Just so you know,
I would.
So,
I would.
can't
that
call me a
is-
Packers hater.
That is a
I would say. I would
losing
bet
bet.
them to be in the top two.
I would say top two is accurate. Maybe not 100% accurate, but I think it's a very viable thing to happen. But I also have the Lions winning the division, so
Yeah, so do I.
they just have to be better than the Vikings and that Pee Wee squad down in Chicago.
This is true.
All right, the AFC East it is. So we'll start from the bottom of last year's, which it went Dolphins, I think, Patriots, Jets, Buffalo. Right.
Who are we doing first?
The Jets finished second.
No, I think they finished third.
No.
I don't think they didn't make the playoffs, so they finished
It
third.
was Jets, Dolphins. No. Sorry, it was Bills, Dolphins, Jets,
Pats.
Jets, Patriots.
Yeah, I was like, I thought
All right,
that
let's
was-
start with the Patriots then. Who wants to go first with this Patriots
We-
team?
I don't.
Jeez. I don't know what to expect out of this team because, for one, they have no idea what they're getting out of Mac Jones anymore. There were rumors for a while that they wanted to trade him. There are rumors that they wanted to draft another quarterback, even though Bailey Zappi played. They have a bunch. They have three quarterbacks that are very mid. Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, and Trace McSorley. Trace McSorley is below average,
Throw
not
it
even
on
close.
a dime, like y'all ain't even trying.
9.
That's the kid from Briarwood. I'm wearing number 9.
Hell yeah.
Oh, what a good fucking song.
It really is a great song.
So they didn't really draft anything like outrageous or anything.
Christian Gonzalez?
Dog
I mean,
shit.
What do you mean? Like that's a steal where they got him at though.
Yeah,
where they got him, yeah. But
But-
I mean,
he dropped for a reason.
there's always reasons.
He's dog water.
I
I-
still
no.
don't.
Yeah,
I think they have a capable receiving core. I definitely think it's by far the worst receiving core in the division. They
who's
have
their
Juju,
number one?
Juju probably.
Juju probably. Devontae Parker is not a number
Probably.
one.
Probably.
Devontae Parker is not a number one anymore.
He's
He
like
has the
37.
capability.
They got Gasecki too, so I mean he's a receiving
Oh
option
my
for them.
God.
They have Hunter. They have two solid tight ends, but Hunter Henry's more of a red zone guy. Mike Gesicki, I think he might lead in receiving yards this year for the Patriots.
Oh, jeez.
That's not. It's weird to say, but I mean, Ramondre Stevenson's taking over the number one role. This offense is going to be really interesting to watch. The defense is still capable. I think it's still one of the better defenses, but I think this is going to be the black and blue division this year. This is going to be a tough division to win, especially with the addition of a certain
I
somebody
don't-
we'll talk about.
Oh,
It's probably the toughest division overall because they have to play the NFC East. So like they're just being beat up in all of their out of division games.
I think both
So-
of these divisions we're going to talk about are going to be difficult to gauge this year.
I don't at all. I think the Bills, and it's not even close.
I
Don't
know.
start with that. I think
Listen,
the stranglehold.
listen. All the Bills' problems that they have in the postseason against Burrow and Mahomes, that they don't got to worry about that against these fucking dog water teams.
Okay. Well,
Like, what are we talking about? It's the Bills' division to lose.
No.
correct, but I think this is the best chance they have of losing it.
Yeah,
Like,
only to Aaron
outside of
Rodgers,
New
not to
England.
anyone else.
Can we
I
all
don't
agree? Can we all agree
Two
where we're
dog
putting New
shit.
England? Whoa! Time out
We
for a
haven't
second.
even gotten
We'll
to,
get
like,
there.
we're
We'll get
jumping
there. We'll
around
get
here.
there.
I'm
We'll
just
get
saying,
there.
fourth.
Can we all agree that New England's going to finish last?
Yeah.
Yes, but I do want to point something out that we really haven't talked about. Mac Jones does not have a defensive coordinator calling plays this year for him. So I mean,
Who do they have this year? Who
Bill
they pick?
O'Brien. They got Bill O'Brien as OC,
and that's supposed to be something to hang your hat on.
You can hate Bill O'Brien all you want. He's better than Matt Patricia in the job.
That's like
and
saying
he's
that's
going
like
into
saying
what, year
drinking
3 or
piss is
4
better
in the
than eating
system?
shit.
Like,
means nothing.
So the defense is going to be still good. They're going to have a good defense. They're going to be in games, but they're not going to win a lot of games. I have them winning 6 games.
Good
They have the
defense.
worst
Have
coaching
Ramondre
staff.
Stevenson pound the ball.
They
They
do
have
have
worst
one.
coaching
winning
staff.
in a lot of teams.
They still have
the Titans
Belichick.
have done it for years.
They have the worst coaching staff.
They still
in the
have
NFL.
Belichick.
Who's not a good coach without Tom Brady. Fun fact.
6 wins. 6 wins.
4.
4 wins. You think they're going to be in the race for the number 1 pick?
Yeah,
No.
and they're gonna try, and then they're gonna take Caleb fucking Williams.
They are not taking Caleb Williams. I would cry if he went to New England.
Dude, all
And
NFL fan bases would cry if he went to New England.
Guess what? It doesn't matter because the Pats aren't good without Tom Brady. Fun
The
fact.
Pats aren't going to be good with Caleb Williams. I want him to go to a team that would actually be entertaining to watch with him on it. I want to see him go to a team like maybe
The Bears.
Houston, the Bears.
Houston isn't gonna draft him. The Bears wouldn't draft him.
Well, Houston specifically, like who they grabbed? Stroud? They had
Yeah.
Stroud, right? And then who picked up Bryce? Was it the Panthers?
Yes.
Okay, so take those 2 out. Who else is hunting for a quarterback this offseason? This next offseason? Maybe
Arizona
the Browns.
Cardinals.
Maybe the Browns. Arizona. Arizona's almost a lock for number 1, by the way.
And you're
Respect-
telling me Arizona, who gave up on Josh Rosen after a year, wouldn't give up on Kyler Murray for Caleb Williams?
I
Come on.
100% believe that. I believe that.
How long? What about the leash on Richardson over there in Indianapolis?
No, he's gonna be he's gonna have at least 2 years.
You think if they have the number 1 overall pick, do they trade it away?
No, it depends.
It depends on how
if they're
Richardson
gonna-
plays.
That's
that,
very true.
and if they fire everyone.
Which how they didn't do that last year escapes me. All right, I got them. Like I said, 6 wins, 4 wins. Wonky, how many wins do you think this team puts together?
Yeah, it's between 4 and 6. Like, I don't think they're I don't think they're gonna like compete for a Super Bowl or anything. But like, I also wouldn't be surprised if they came out with like 7 or 8 wins.
Okay. All I'm asking, I'm going to read off the teams they face. Let me know if it's a win. Don't say anything if it's a loss. Philadelphia,
Loss.
Miami, loss.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said not to say anything. I think.
Okay. Well, you fucked that over.
I just
so let's
did it
just
because it's the Eagles. Sorry.
Miami,
Loss.
New York, Jets,
Loss.
Dallas,
Win.
We're not doing this again. What are we doing?
I'm trying to make this quick. That's why. New Orleans,
Win.
Vegas,
Win.
Buffalo lost, Miami lost, Washington.
Win.
Jesus, you have them at 3. Was that 3 wins, 4 wins already?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if they won 7 to 9
Fuck,
games.
they have winnable games.
Go get the
Indy.
fucking schedule. They're fucking ass. They're not a good team. They're not a good team.
I got 5 wins looking at the schedule.
Defense wins championships and defense wins games.
Valid,
So
but I still bottom of the division. Moving on.
Yeah.
Next, dog shit.
New York Jets adding obviously the biggest offseason move that everybody was waiting for to drop was Aaron Rodgers. They also
Aaron Rodgers.
revamped their entire wide receiver room outside of a couple names of Garrett Wilson and Corey Davis. They added Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb. They have Tyler
Mecole.
Conklin and TJ Uzama. They have an
Mecole
all right if-
Hardman.
my apologies.
they got Billy Turner.
You
They
think
got Connor McGovern from the Cowboys. Like, they revamped the offensive line a bit, or at least got some pieces.
If healthy, that offensive line should be good, but it
Right.
has to stay healthy. And then the defense speaks for itself. It is an above average. I would say probably maybe not top 10, but I would put a top 15 defense in the league. This is a solid team. A team that could make some noise. I have them in the range of about 8 to 11 wins.
I think they drafted a dude in Will McDonald who I think
Mhm.
could potentially compete for the rookie leader in sacks this year, too. And I'm saying that as an Eagles fan
Yeah.
who's
Does
going to be looking
Sauce,
at Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter all year.
by the end of the year, is Sauce Gardner a top 5 corner in the league?
He already is.
Yeah.
You think after his rookie year is top
Yes,
5?
You mean
100%.
numbers wise or just like eye test wise?
I like to use the eye test. I don't like to use numbers because they're jaded at times.
Yeah, I say the eye test. He already is.
Eye test, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if his numbers are a little worse this year, just because I think he was just so freaking good last year that it's.
Well, and the quarterbacks that he's going to face are of a different class this year
Not really.
because I mean, he still has to face Allen twice. He's got to face Tua twice, which could work to his advantage. And
Tua's not good. I don't know why that's.
I'm not saying Tua's great, but
Tua's fine when healthy. Like he's a serviceable, above average quarterback when healthy.
But I'm not. Yeah, but if you're going to tell me, oh, you got a serviceable quarterback against a top 5 corner, I'm going to take the corner every time.
You're going to take the corner over Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. It's not Tua that you're going to be going against.
You can't throw to both of them.
Well, he can't cover both of them either.
You don't know that. I've seen Darrelle Revis cover 2 guys.
I mean, he's not Darrelle Revis. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
He's getting there.
He's really good, but
Aaron
he's not
Rodgers
yet.
thinks he could be in the Hall of Fame.
He very well should be in the Hall of Fame with his projection, but differences could happen. We don't know
Darrelle
what
Revis
his
is chubby now.
Aaron Rodgers probably thinks Randall Cobb should be in the Hall of Fame. So
of friendship.
I like it. How many wins, T-Bone?
Don't care. Not enough to do anything.
Okay, where are they going to finish in the division?
6-3.
They're going to finish 3. So you have Miami and Buffalo over them. Okay.
Talks dog shit about Miami, but says they're going to be second at the division. What the fuck?
No. Sorry, I flip-flopped them. Sorry. New York 2.
You have them
Miami
2.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
Tyler, how many wins?
9.
9 wins. I like it. I'll have him at 10 wins. I think Aaron Rodgers makes. I think he has a good first push in the first few weeks. I think he falls off halfway through the year because I think he's going to take a couple hits and he's not going to be the same.
Who?
So Rodgers.
Oh,
I think Rodgers is going to have a rough second half of the year. I think he's going to come out slinging, and I think he's going to fall off second half.
Based on what?
The offensive line. The offensive line.
So then would that be on Rodgers or the offensive line?
The hits that Rodgers will take will affect how he plays. That's what I was saying about that. That's why I think the decline would happen midseason.
Yeah, it's entirely going to depend on what Aaron Rodgers we get here. Are we getting MVP level Aaron Rodgers, or are we getting Aaron Rodgers of last year and like 3 to 5 years ago?
Do you understand there was probably 20 franchises that would take Aaron Rodgers last year over their current quarterback?
Well, correct.
100%.
So I'm just saying. So Aaron Rodgers of last year is a top 10 quarterback.
We're talking about meeting the expectations that Jets fans have, which is like
Super Bowl or bust.
Undefeated.
Yeah. Huh?
They're basically Super Bowl or bust. That's basically what Jets fans are thinking.
Are Delulu. They're Delulu.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you're also in the most critical media market in the United States.
Oh,
so
yeah. It takes the stress off of the NFC East New York team.
Talk to the media, so that's fine.
He talks to
Where do they finish? Jets finish where?
Second, maybe even first, depending on how the Bills.
I cannot see first. I can see second or third.
Well, I need a pick.
Second.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with second.
All right.
Miami. T-Bone, you want to lead it off?
Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa sucks ass.
He got close on that one. I'm proud of him.
He can't count to 20. He can't throw right-handed. He's a useless quarterback.
He can't.
Wow, you just shit on him for being lefty? Jesus.
Oh.
What? He's not.
The man's a lefty. He must suck.
There's only one good lefty quarterback in NFL history. His name is Mike. I love dogs. Vic.
Wasn't Steve Young a lefty?
Also dog shit.
Whoa! Whoa!
I feel we're missing somebody.
A lefty?
Got Steve Young, lefty. Ken Stabler? Jim Zorn? He's good. Boomer? Boomer's not that great.
Boomer was fun to watch, though.
Brunel.
70s?
Jesus.
Scott Mitchell. For all you Lions fans out there.
Like I said.
We have quite a few of them that watch this show. Because apparently they're the only team that people wanted to comment about so far. We haven't had a lot of traffic. That's okay. Though. We're going to build back up.
Yeah. All those freaking YouTubers.
Oh, that was hilarious, Tyler. I wish you saw this. We had two. I think they were bots. T-Bone doesn't, but we had two. What I thought were bots going back and forth for like an hour of storytelling while we're doing our show, and they're not talking about our show.
Doing it like they were as if they were me and Ryan and Kyle.
It was hilarious
the whole time.
So does that mean you made it? You got bots?
Yeah, we've had bots before. This isn't our first bot encounter.
That's cute.
Yeah. They love us.
Was it your parents? Maybe just
they thought we were cute,
and then within 20 seconds they had new profile saying unban us.
Yeah, because I put them on timeout because I couldn't focus
They were
on what we were
too
talking about.
sophisticated to be bots, in my opinion, because they were having legitimate conversations and replying to what we were saying.
Well, and they were that quick. They had burners set up.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
hilarious, though.
So for Tua is probably going to get hurt at some point this year. They have a more capable backup. I know this should not be a topic of conversation about a team. Mike White is a better backup quarterback than what they had in Skylar Thompson. And I guess Teddy Bridgewater for that matter, because he's injury prone too. Raheem Mostert, if healthy, is still arguably the fastest running back in the league. Jeff Wilson, they basically have the 49ers backfield now. Still arguably, possibly the top duo at wide receiver in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. There's arguments to be made there. We'll talk about it. And especially from Tyler, I know he has a conversation to be had about that. Yeah. Their number 3 receiver is not great. Tight end, not great at all. And
whose number 3 receiver is good other than the Bengals?
I mean, the Eagles, Quez Watkins isn't bad.
Quez Watkins dropped the most important ball of his life.
I agree with you.
So Quez Watkins,
Dallas would have something to say about that. Buccaneers would have something to say about that. But Cedric Wilson as your number 3, where the hell did he come from? He wasn't there last year, was he?
He came from his mother's vagina.
As we all.
Not his mother's, but a mother's.
And still arguably, again, another very above average defense here. I would put this around the top, like number 13 or 12 in the league. You have Wilkins off the edge. You have, Bradley
Caleb
Chubb.
Phillips could be really good for them this year.
Eli Apple's a piece of shit. He doesn't know how to play football. Xavier Howard.
Goat. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
He's a
about.
goat. Jesus.
I'm just gonna let you know right now that here's a hot take. Miami has a better chance of winning football games with Mike White than they do Tua.
Dude, come on.
So disrespectful.
What has Tua done to show that he's a good quarterback except get hurt?
He's been extremely accurate.
Picture this world, gentlemen.
And he's got the trust of his wide receivers.
Picture this world. The Dolphins bomb this year. They win 7 games. I get that would be bombing for them, in my opinion, because they have high aspirations too. They have Tua. He has an average year. If you're a number 2 or number 1 pick who doesn't need a quarterback, do you entertain the idea of trading the number 1 pick to the Dolphins and the Dolphins getting Caleb?
Isn't their owner notoriously stingy though, with paying out contracts and money?
If the Dolphins go and get Caleb Williams next year, they could possibly win the Super Bowl in Caleb's second year, with the way their roster is constructed right now.
Okay, relax. Let's not act like Caleb Williams is the second coming of Christ.
Yeah, but that's what this roster looks like, though.
I bet they don't even make the playoffs. USC.
Did you guys see the Nick Wright sketch?
They're
where
not
he did his quarterback tiers and he put Caleb Williams at number 2 behind Mahomes.
What the fuck?
Like right now. I'm like, dude.
What the fuck? All right. With that said, I got them at 9 wins and in 3rd place.
So I actually had them in 2nd place, but yeah, I mean, hold on. So Tua's injury history is a huge question mark. Plus Jalen Ramsey getting hurt in training camp makes me very wary that this team could live up to its potential. So I got them in 3rd place right now with about 7 wins.
Good.
Even with Jalen Ramsey. I don't think Jalen Ramsey is that good anymore.
Don't know about that one.
And then
the Bills.
So the Bills. Tyler, you want to lead off with the Bills?
So I still have the Bills winning the division. So I don't want T-Bone to freak out on me right now. But is there a world where the Bills do not live up to their potential because of a variety of factors? Potentially being Sean McDermott being on the hot seat potentially this year if they don't do well. Watch it happen, because you have a generational type talent of Josh Allen at the quarterback position. Generally, you want to get an offensive-minded head coach in there. McDermott's kind of a rare breed that still kind of defensive-minded. I still don't like their running back room, even with the addition of Damian Harris.
I love that addition.
They did, maintain some key defensive pieces, especially with what's his name?
Hamlin.
The safety, not DeMar Hamlin.
Jordan Poyer.
Jordan Poyer. Yeah, so they were able to maintain him, but the defense is getting older. Its best pieces are getting older. Josh Allen still does an awful lot of running for this team, and even though Damon Harris is a decent pickup for them, I still think it's not good enough to take away those carries from Josh Allen. You could potentially see him getting hurt. Is there a world where high end 12 wins, low end 8?
12 wins
possible.
For high end?
You think
12 wins
is low
for
their
high end?
You think 12 is low?
I think they can put together more. I just kind of glanced very quickly at their schedule. They have a pretty favorable schedule outside of the NFC East.
I haven't seen their schedule, so
yeah. Also, pump the brakes on the NFC East. Fucking relax. They have one good team.
So
the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the Eagles.
So the Cowboys aren't good?
So the Cowboys aren't good?
No.
The Giants, after winning a playoff game last year, aren't good?
Pump the brakes. The Giants are dog shit.
Beat? Yeah, let's relax. Who do they beat?
They won a playoff game. The Lions haven't done that.
They
in
beat a JV high school defense, basically. That defense was god-awful. We could have went out there and thrown a few touchdowns.
What's the Al Davis quote? Just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
I got 13 to 14 wins this year.
That's
first place.
12 is their
shot.
bottom.
I think 12 is their bottom. 14 is their ceiling.
12 is their bottom. You guys are high, dude.
Maybe not 12. I would say their absolute bottom.
You're telling me they're going to go 8-9?
Losing record.
There is a more likely chance that they go 8-9 than they go 14-3.
I had them at 14 wins. Looking at their schedule, I had them at 14 wins. I bet the over-under is probably 12. 12 and a half. I would probably say over-under is 12 and a half. It would be hard for me to take the over, but I think the over would hit.
Okay, so if they only win single-digit games, do they fire McDermott?
If they win single-digit games, he's fired before the season ends.
If they go 9-8.
If they win single-digit games, it's because someone like Diggs or Allen got hurt.
Correct.
So no, he's not fired. Mm-hmm. The over/under is 10.5.
10 over. I'd care.
Still go over if it's 10.5. If it was if it was over 12 wins, I might be tempted to pick the under.
They're negative 134 at over 10.5 wins. Let's see.
I would flex that to 12. I would flex that to 12 and go over.
Not many teams get a win-loss of 12 before the season starts.
No. I think the Eagles are around that range.
I
think the Eagles are actually at 11.
14.5 games. So to win 15 games plus 800.
I don't think I'd go that.
The Bills under 13.5 wins. So to win 13 or less, negative 700.
They outside of week 1, they have a very favorable schedule at the beginning of the year. They have New York. They're in New York, Vegas, Washington, Miami, Jacksonville for the London game, Giants, New England, Tampa, and then Cincy. That's their real first test. Week 9. We could be looking at a team 7-1 going into week 9.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising.
Nobody would be surprised. All right, so I have Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots.
Same.
Yep. We have everything is the same for us.
Surprising. We never do that. All right, moving on to the NFC East. Last year we had the Commanders in last, the Giants in third, Cowboys in second, and the NFC's representative in the Super Bowl, Philadelphia Eagles.
Damn right.
Like we always do, we'll start with the bottom, which is the Washington Commanders. Is there a world where they even make a dent in the NFC East?
No, because their biggest question is quarterback.
Taylor Heineke is no longer in the system, so they're fucked.
Is Sam Howell going to develop into anything?
No.
I think there's a better chance they switch to Jacoby halfway through the season than Sam Howell developing into anything.
Jacoby's going to hurt himself. Jake Fromm's there. What is that quarterback room? Are they
bad?
Are they? They're going to be 1-2 with the Arizona Cardinals.
Probably.
I mean, Terry McLaurin's phenomenal. Brian Robinson, I think,
overhyped.
They got
I think he's
enough,
overhyped. Agreed.
They got enough talent to win games. It's just quarterback is their biggest question mark.
Which
And that's a
has
problem.
No way.
since Kirk Cousins left. They don't want to pay Kirk Cousins. They haven't had a good quarterback since Kirk Cousins left.
There's 3 teams that I have vying for the first pick. This is one of them. The Bears are one of them, and the Cardinals are one of them.
Bears aren't
I
vying
don't-
for the first pick. No.
You really don't think so?
No.
They're not winning more than 5 games.
No, they're not. But they could win 4 to 5, and these teams are going to win 3.
Yeah.
Well, the Cardinals will be lucky to win 2. This team will probably have 4 or 5 wins. I don't have
wins?
much.
No way.
That would be incredible if they had 5 wins. I can't see it happening because their schedule is going to be brutal. Just be
2 to 4.
by
2 to 4.
huh?
2 to 4.
I'll say
2
2
to
to
4
4 is fine.
I think it's kind of noteworthy too that there's been talks that like Ron Rivera seems kind of out of it, and
He
this may
has
be
cancer.
He has
Well-
cancer, my guy.
like in terms of like his will to coach. Like,
Well, also
yeah, he has
he's having
he has
issues
other
with
things
his
going
staff.
on.
He's having
About
issues
his
with his
will to
staff.
live.
He's having issues with his staff. I think this is the first time you're ever going to hear from a Ron Rivera staff that there is not connection in the locker room. This is going to implode. This is going to get ugly this year. It may end up with the second pick, and it could be that bad where they don't even get Caleb Williams.
Plus, the selling of the team is probably going to be somewhat of a distraction.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because what is it?
So they're last.
Last, easy. That one's easy.
Done.
Yeah.
Next.
Giants. No,
Giants
sorry.
finished third.
Yeah, Giants finished third.
Oh yeah, that's right. Two.
There was a time where the entire NFC East was going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Their quarterback is still Daniel Jones.
Yeah, they're the iffiest team here. Like
Okay,
I don't
you got
think,
something.
Best quarterback in the division.
I'm sorry.
He's better than Dak Prescott.
That's not saying much.
Oh wait, did you say second best quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
I
you
thought he said
quarterback in the
best.
division.
I was
I'm
like,
Oh,
Jalen
come
Hurts
on.
is the best
I would've
quarterback in the
jumped through there
NFC.
to fight you.
Come
He-
on.
he's trying to stir some biscuits up here.
No, I'm not.
I mean, is there even a bright point on this Giants roster? Like, I
Their
can't
wide
even
receiver
find it.
room's improved.
Well, the wide receiver room has been,
Going
Or
fucking
sorry, not tight end room is improved.
yeah.
They got Darren Waller.
Bellinger, I liked Bellinger last year though. Their starting tight end. I picked him up for a few weeks in fantasy. He's actually a viable tight end. But
Oh.
Darren Waller Daniel Bellinger.
Shut the fuck up. You did not say Darren Bellinger is oh my god, that is just
Last year he
no.
was good for touchdowns. He had me a good couple weeks because I was playing Russian roulette with tight ends all year because somebody decided to take the 2 best tight ends.
Oh, and I went to the championship. Weird.
But you can't claim the title. We handed you the title, but
Fantasy's
Yeah,
all
and I
luck
was an
anyway.
honorable man because I care about Damar Hamlin. My bad.
I was the commissioner of that.
Also, he scored 2 touchdowns. Fucking relax. He caught 30 passes for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns. Serviceable tight end my fucking ass.
For a couple weeks, just like I stated. What is the bright outside of Darren Waller? What is the bright spot? Getting Saquon back?
But I mean, Saquon is now paid to a level, so
Yeah, but they're gonna
he's now
they're
doomed
based-
to fail because that's
they're
how it
doing
works.
they're doing this so he continues to produce to earn his long-term contract that he's never going to get.
Yeah.
Because the running back, I think this is what you're going to see out of running back contracts. You're going to give them 1 and 2 year deals. You're never going to see a long-term contract.
Yep.
And if you want to give them money, all right, cool. You can get a lot of money, but it's only going to be a 1-year deal. I think that's what the running back contracts are going to look like. I feel like this is going to be an ongoing conversation for a couple of weeks leading up to the beginning of the season. But this defense, not good. What?
What weeks did you start Daniel Bellinger in fantasy football?
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
I just want to know. I'm just curious.
I don't remember. I don't remember off the top of my head from last year's fantasy football. I remember I had him, and I remember he helped me win a couple games.
Like 10 plus? Like week 10 on?
Somewhere around there. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Week 12,
Oh my
2.4, 13, 1.9, 14.4, 15, 2.7, 16, 4.2. He didn't do jack shit.
I don't even remember who I drafted at tight end. I just remember
Next,
I
I
had a bunch
had Travis Kelce, and Marky.
Okay. All right. Moving on from your fantasy team that we still have to draft in a couple weeks. We'll talk about that later. Who would, I mean, outside of the tight end room, what is a bright spot of this Giants team? I have nothing.
Their defensive line.
Daniel fucking Jones.
He's not a bright spot.
He's not a negative spot.
He's below average. He's a below average quarterback.
He is above average.
He's at best a very, very pretty gel pen.
He is a game manager with big legs. Because he can.
I think since he's gotten paid, I think
yards.
you're going to see a decline again.
He'll
I don't think there's upsides to Daniel Jones. I think they backed the wrong
won
horse.
a playoff game.
Oh, now you're using that as an argument?
You're using that for you? That's not how this works.
That's how stats work. Pick and choose.
You're a piece of shit.
Just win, baby.
Put it this way. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants finish last in the division this year. If
would be-
Sam Howell ends
I'd
up
be
being like halfway
shocked.
decent,
Sam Howell, I think Sam Howell has the capabilities, but I don't think he's going to do it.
I have the Giants at number 2. So just
Over
throw that one up. I think Cowboys are bad. You're not going to catch me.
You're never going to get an argument.
You know
from
what? I
us
want
about
you to
that.
convince me because I just can never fully believe that the Cowboys are that bad.
The Cowboys are always there. But
Saquon had a resurgence last year. If he wants to get paid,
Saquon's still the best running back in the division.
Tony Pollard, maybe.
I'd almost take Pollard over
Maybe.
Saquon.
I put
I also
Saquon.
might
over.
also
It's
take-
close.
I'm-
I think it's close.
I also might take Brian Robinson over him.
Over
Because he's
Saquon?
younger.
I take DeAndre Swift over Brian Robinson.
Excuse me, Brian Robinson got shot and came back. Okay.
Okay.
What does that have to do with his football ability
So
after
did
being
50
shot?
Cent. It doesn't mean his music's good.
Grit.
Like
Grit.
Wow, that was a
Grit.
hot take. That was a hot take out of Tyler.
I'm just saying.
I actually like 50 Cent. I was just trying to make a point.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with 6 wins
I'm
from the Giants.
I'm taking them 9.
5 and 12, baby.
Third place.
Okay.
America's team. Not our team, but America's team. The Dallas Cowboys. They went out and got Brandon Cooks. Solid pickup. They got Stephon Gilmore. I'm going through their roster as we speak. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I try not to look at the Cowboys roster as much as humanly possible.
That's fair.
Their defensive line. So now Micah Parsons is going to be playing on the defensive line more and more frequently this year. At least that's what's coming out of camp from Dallas. They want him up on the line. They don't want him in pass coverage as much. So you're going to see Leighton Vander Esch doing what he normally does, roaming the middle. I still don't think Trayvon Diggs is that good of a corner. I just think he gets all these interceptions because he gets thrown to a lot because he gets burned a lot. Looking pure.
Yep.
Eye test, and this is where I think T-Bone said it. The eye test and the stats are completely different things, and one of them lie to you. The numbers lie to you because he gets burned more than he gets interceptions. So I still think this secondary, Stephon Gilmore is good, but he's on the back end of his playing career. I don't see the Cowboys doing as much damage on the defensive side. They're going to just try and be the Kansas City Chiefs and outscore everybody. I think they have one of the best receiving cores. I don't think Dak Prescott is a very good quarterback still.
He's regressing for sure.
He's regressing in a hurry. And all I want to see out of this team is I want to see Deuce Vaughn look like Darren Sproles. That's the only positive I want to see from the Cowboys. Is I want to see that 5'5" motherfucker running around all of the Giants on the offensive defensive line.
Even though I hate
because
the Cowboys,
comedy.
man, I love Tony Pollard. That dude runs hard.
He runs hard.
Like
he's a man.
He
is a grown man.
Yeah. I'm curious to see him in a like lead role this year. Is he going to be trying to think of a better example, but like I always think of like Juju Smith-Schuster when like a good number 2 is elevated to a number 1 and can't quite like reach the same potential he had.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I still think the defense has some solid pieces. Like Micah Parsons is still going to tear up most offensive lines on a fairly weekly basis.
Will he be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year this year?
No.
Do you think he will be at the SB or not the SBs, the NFL awards for defense? I'm not saying will he win it. I'm saying will he be there top 3?
I think there will be a pretty strong chance until he shows us that he can't.
I would agree. I think he's a top 5 defender in the league. You disagree? Can you give me 5 people who are better?
I don't need to give you 5. I can give you 2 at his position: Aaron Donald and TJ Watt. And then I
Aaron
think
Donald's going to take a step back this year. Massive step.
We've been saying that for 5 years.
No, we haven't.
He is arguably the best defensive lineman in NFL history.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying about this year, he could fall off because he's, 31, 32 now?
I remember when we were having that conversation with Aaron Rodgers when he was like 35.
Yeah, and Tom Brady for
7 years ago.
Tom Brady made an entire career off of me saying he was going to fall off.
I'm just saying.
Another Hall of Fame.
Easily can see it be Donald, Watt, and Sauce Gardner, or Surtain, or pick your young.
Ooh, I like you putting Surtain there though. I like you putting
Nolan Smith,
the basketball player.
Are you talking about Nolan Ryan, the baseball player?
The Nolan Express? No.
The Eagles outside linebacker from the University of Georgia.
No, you mean the Philadelphia Eagles feeder system?
Correct. Yep. Georgia's our AAA affiliate.
Yeah.
It basically is. At this point, it basically is. You can't even be mad about it.
So T-Bone, I want to hear your laid out arguments for why the Dallas Cowboys just simply aren't that good, because I don't think I've got it cohesively yet.
Because Dak Prescott is their quarterback. Mike McCarthy is not well adjusted to this game. He just sucks. I don't like Mike McCarthy. I don't like Dak Prescott. I think Amari
Cooper.
CD's nuts. I'm thinking a couple years ago. I don't think CD's. I think CD has already hit his ceiling. I don't think he busts out to be in the upper echelon of a Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp-esque. I think he's hit his highest. I will say the one bright spot is their tight end room with Luke Schoonmaker could make a difference. Very underrated draft pick out of Michigan, just saying.
There's also a Jake Ferguson there.
What do you feel about Mozzie Smith? Because isn't he Michigan too?
He is. I think he killed a guy. I don't know. He had something with... He was dealing with some shit during the playoffs when he was like in some legal trouble. He kind of got distracted.
Isn't that why he dropped in the draft?
I believe so. I also don't think he had a good combine. What?
Wasn't he overdrafted? Like that was his number
26th pick. He was the 26th.
Yeah,
pick.
but he's more of a pure nose tackle. Not a lot of systems run that.
No, not at all.
I also think I could see him have a little bit more of a similar trajectory like how Rashawn Gary, just because Michigan and how they're both where they were drafted. And I know Rashawn Gary was drafted earlier, but like, I think they're going to struggle to adjust in the NFL. And once they do, I think he's going to be okay. But I think Mozzie Smith also had a lot more to do with the fact that Michigan's defense was so good, like behind him and around him, and he fit the system fantastically. I mean, I would take so many other past Michigan players coming out than I would have Mozzie Smith personally. But he could. I mean, I've said that, and then I see guys from Michigan who weren't that great or that effective have long careers for like so.
So I have one last question about the Cowboys, and then we'll give our wins and placement.
Yeah,
what's more likely to happen for the Dallas Cowboys? They go to the Super Bowl or they miss the playoffs altogether?
Miss the playoffs.
Okay. That's what I kind of thought. All right. I have them winning
9. I have 9.
I have 10.
I was going to say 10 or 11. I'll go 10. I think 10 is fair. I haven't looked at their schedule, but 10 would put them, for me at least, in second place.
Do they beat any of the other NFC teams twice?
Washington?
No? Okay.
That's it. Washington, that's it. New York will take a game from them.
Washington pulls one out.
You think so?
Okay.
In Washington. Once they've announced that they're now the Redskins.
They're not announcing that this year.
You really want to get it canceled, don't you?
I don't think they'd go back to Redskins either. Like
What do
I
you
really
think
think
they
they'd
go
pick a
to?
different name.
What are they gonna go to?
Red Wolves? I don't know.
They're going to be the Guardians as well.
I didn't mind the Guardians.
Yeah, but they can't. They're not going to have the same team for baseball and football.
What was the one with? They have that all the time. Multiple
What?
teams. What
Multiple
was, like,
professional teams with the same team name?
in
with the
different
same-
sports?
Yeah, it actually happened a lot.
In different sports, yeah, not the same sport.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't name you all of them off the top of my head, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's uncommon.
Whatever. All right.
Not a lot of Lakers, but
Yeah. All right. T-Bone, you have them where? You have them third, correct?
Who?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, I do.
We all know where we have the Eagles.
Wait, who'd you have 2? New York?
He had New York too.
You had New York at 10
He had the
wins?
Giants at 10
Yes.
wins.
What? Okay.
He's-
Okay. Sorry.
He's
Let's move
thinking
on.
this. He's thinking a repeat of last year is going to happen, and it's not. The scheduling gods were very nice to the Giants, the entire NFC East, which is why their records were inflated. We're going to see a massive drop off, even in the Eagles' production this year. But I have them number 2. I have Dallas number 2 at 10 wins. So, all right. The Philadelphia Eagles, I am giving the floor to one Tyler Wonky.
Oh, okay. So,
He just mutes himself.
you can't mute me, motherfucker. So
Only I have that power.
the Philadelphia Eagles just got off of going to the Super Bowl, had an absolutely heartbreaking loss in the Super Bowl where Jalen Hurts played the best game a quarterback has ever played in the history of the Super Bowl and still lost because he went up against the greatest quarterback of possibly all time, Patrick Mahomes. The Eagles have gotten significantly better in the offseason, mainly due to a number of really good running back room additions in Rashad Penny and DeAndre Swift, where if they can stay healthy, can at least match or go above and beyond the production of Miles Sanders. Once again, you don't need a Derrick Henry style running back in that room. Their wide receiver core is still excellent. I would almost argue I still might take Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle over them in terms of best receiver room in the NFL. But I mean, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith have proved that they are near unstoppable weapons for the Philadelphia Eagles. Their defense, especially their defensive line, has gotten significantly more overloaded with the drafting of Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. If there is any cause for concern for this Philadelphia team, you don't know what they have at linebacker. We still haven't seen Nakobe Dean, Georgia alum, start or play significant snaps. And so far, I've heard he hasn't looked like he hasn't stood out at camp. And that safety room is still a bit of a question with Reed Blankenship, Josiah Scott, but
Terrell Edmonds.
Yeah. Like you got a couple iffy spots, but like if you're going to have iffy spots like linebacker, safety, you can make moves there. I wouldn't be surprised if they have less wins than last year, but I also wouldn't be surprised, and I bet $100. Huh?
They had 14 wins last year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they have maybe like closer to 12.
What's closer to 12? 13? Because closer to 12.
No. I think 12 is more realistic because like that middle part of their schedule, like their schedule is significantly harder, where they have to go like to the Chiefs, to the Bills. They have to go out to the West Coast and then I think back out to the West Coast. Yeah. I mean, as long as the core athletes on this team and especially Jalen Hurts stay healthy, it's hard to see another team representing the NFC in the Super Bowl this year. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
Okay. May I?
You may.
I disagree with a lot of what you had to say. I'm an Eagles fan, and T-Bone is going to love this. Eagles fans hashing it out might be a little interesting. I think the defense is going to take a significant step back. The only player from that secondary that was really good last year that is still there is Darius Slay. Now, yes, it is incredible that you have Darius Slay in that secondary, but basically your entire safety room is different, which is your backbone, which is your like safety blanket, quite literally. And the problem with the front seven outside of Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham is incredibly young, and his youth at times is good, like in a running back room and possibly a wide receiver room. When you talk about your front seven, you need some veterans. Fletcher Cox, yes, is a good veteran. Brandon Graham, yes, but they are not going. They need to be voice leaders and get these guys in gear. I think it takes quite a few weeks to see what this defense is actually capable of. We have to see what these Georgia players that they've been grooming for the last few years, because Jordan Davis got hurt. Jordan Davis didn't produce as much as we were hoping for in his rookie year. Maybe he can take a big step forward, but we have to wait to see. I personally don't think he does. Jalen Carter could be a good answer, but I think this defense takes a massive step backwards. That was something that they really held their hat on. Now their offense, on the other hand, is still going to be electric. They still have one of the better duos in the NFL in AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. They still bolster one of the better offensive lines. Jalen Hurts, we got to see what his next year step is, because usually this is the big step year, and he had a pretty damn good year last year, even though I saw a stat somewhere of a comparison between his numbers last year to Kirk Cousins' numbers in like 2019 or something, where Kirk Cousins was considered a middle-of-the-road quarterback and Jalen Hurts was regarded as an MVP candidate.
Because of what he can do with his legs. Like, Kirk Cousins can't do shit with his legs.
I agree, but I'm just saying his arm talent needs to take a step forward again for him to be considered one of the elite quarterbacks, because I think he is just outside of that elite category right now. I think he is a star. He needs to take that step to superstar. He has been gifted with one of the best rosters in the NFL. Now Jalen Hurts has to take the keys to the car, and he has to drive it past the finish line. I think as a absolute ceiling, 13 wins this year. I cannot see them winning more than 13. I can easily see them having a very rocky couple points in this season because it's a brutal schedule. I can see them as a basement 10-win team, and I mean that. It is going to be an interesting year for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm giving the floor to T-Bone because I know there's a lot to unpack there.
Nope. A couple things. The NFL likes to throw the football. Your worst position is your defensive backs. Guess what? The Eagles' defensive backs gets cooked. Congratulations for not fixing that problem again. Congratulations. That's going to be your downfall, because the minute you go against a good throwing team, you're fucked again. Okay. I could see them being the third best team in the NFC, behind Detroit and the 49ers. He probably still is the best quarterback in the NFC. That's fair. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a superstar. I'll push back on that one. Because of what he can do with his legs, he's like Cam Newton refined, because Cam Newton couldn't throw the ball accurately. Yep, but 12 wins. No more, no less. 12 wins.
12 wins on the dot.
And they
what do you think about that front seven?
They do not win the division. They do not win the NFC division.
Conference?
Division. Thank you.
The conference?
The NFC conference, yes.
Who do you have winning the conference?
He has the 49ers, I would assume.
What?
Detroit Lions.
Who's their quarterback?
Okay, go fuck yourself.
I don't know. I like Detroit more than the 49ers. Like,
Detroit has arguably a
quarterback.
Time the fuck out. The Lions arguably have a better defense as a whole than the fucking Eagles.
Oh, get off your Michigan high horse. Get off your Michigan high horse.
That's not even about it. I said a whole unit. Now, I didn't say a pass rusher.
Yeah, but that has to be revolved around one player. I gave him his flowers. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying. As a whole total unit, they're more better complete defense than the fucking Eagles. Their offense, once they have Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra and everything clicking, they're not bad. Their offense can get electric. So I can easily see Jared Goff hitting on your Eagles.
No, that I will not agree with.
Game.
It's more likely that the 49ers win a game against the Eagles than the Lions. I don't care what you say. The 49ers can put it together. Their defensive is just suffocating.
They're probably the best defense in the league.
If they can even figure out what a quarterback is in San Francisco, they can win 12 games, which we'll get to next week because I believe that is.
I was about to say, did you guys talk about Purdy? I'm curious what you guys think of Purdy.
Did we talk about the West? We already talked about the West, didn't we?
Yep.
We have the South.
We have the
South. We have the South left. If you care to join us the following week. So we all have them finishing first, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have we'll wrap this up with next week. We have the NFC and AFC South. We'll probably throw together another immaculate grid. Maybe we'll come up with another draft of things to draft. I think that's a good style to go until the season starts when we have a lot more. And then the following week after the South, I think we're going to do our tier list like we did last year.
College football, bitch.
Yeah. We're getting back to football. And then we have one more week in between now, then and the start of the NFL season. We are only 4 weeks away now. 4 weeks away from the greatest
3
sounds.
If you count college, because college starts the 2nd.
And that will probably be our buffer episode. We'll probably throw the college episode in there and then our tier list and everything starting the NFL. But I would be really angry at myself if I don't shout out all of our socials. T-Bone's been working really hard on a TikTok. He's been putting out content about the Cubbies and immaculate grids, and somebody eventually has to push back on his Cubbies takes. So we'll talk more baseball with Keith back in here. Maybe we'll get Corey Sparks in here to talk some baseball again. But you can.
I don't know shit about baseball.
You can't even spell Cubs.
Why are we getting all of these viewers at the end of our show? Where are you all coming from?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe everything just something.
The Cubs suck.
Their sitcom ended, and they wanted to chime in to hear me shout out all of the socials. You can catch us live every Wednesday at 7:30 Central on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. All Facebook and YouTube are MV3 Pod, and on Twitch it's MV3 Gaming with no G. And you can catch the audio starting in 2 weeks. We will be starting audio on Spotify, Apple.
Why?
What?
Why?
Because there's so much dead zone in all of these episodes. You want me to start it tonight?
Yes.
All right.
We got to put the previews out. There's no point in doing previews if they're not going to be fucking audio.
All right. So
I will
be posting the audio from this to Spotify, Google Pods, and Apple Pods, and anywhere you can find your podcast. That's right. MV3 Podcast. Check out the Twitter, check out the Instagram, check out the TikTok, check out everything. And if you don't like it, don't say anything.
Don't
Just
say a fucking word.
Move on along. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode of MV3. I'm Kyle Davis. That's Tyler Wonky. That's T-Bone. I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon. Later.
Only thing with the White Sox, I say they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no. Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.